Ooh, gonna be harder than I thought. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel so weird saying that, you know. A lot has changed and it's been a while, and I feel like I always make these videos where I'm like, hey, I'm back, I'm gonna make videos again, and then I don't. But this time I'm Sirs, the girl who cried. I'll make videos. First things first though, let's just roll up these sleeves. I already have my little kitty ears on. I'm just gonna do like a get ready with me kind of thing today. It's gonna be more chill, more laid back. I'm not really gonna instruct anything. I'm just gonna kind of do my makeup. I'll show you guys what I'm using. I kind of just want to talk during this. I usually play music if I get a little awkward. And I also have coffee and water right here, you know, gotta stay hydrated, gotta wake up. We're gonna use a little small mirror. Nobody judge me for using the Laura Lee palette. I got it on BoxyCharm, okay? Leave me alone. Already started my brows. I use the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Definer and Dark Brunette. I already moisturized my face and I use Ultra Repair Cream. I think I've talked about this before, but it's amazing. I used to have really dry skin, but it's honestly helped me out a lot. Okay, so let's get started. The reason why I've been gone for the past couple of months, I mean, it has been because I did run out of storage in my laptop and a new hard drive was like $130, and at the time I didn't have that money just lying around. And I feel like it was also my excuse to not film. I used to just get frustrated. I feel like everybody says this, but YouTube just isn't the same anymore. You know, when I started YouTube, I started it as like an escape, like a way out. That was the thing that I turned to, and I used to love making videos. I used to look forward to making videos. It was just my thing. I didn't do it for anything. I mean, even now I don't do it for anything. I still do it for myself. Like, I'm not getting paid for this video. But I feel like during that time, I felt very pressured to get views and get attention and get noticed because YouTube's algorithm changed, and because of that, my videos weren't being featured the same. I think I started losing sight of what I made my channel for, what kind of videos I want to do, and you know, my content and everything. Got me thinking. And I do have a separate channel for my makeup. And when I thought about that, I was like, okay, but why do I have a separate channel for my makeup? Like, what is my main channel about? It's just a bunch of random vlogs of my life. So I decided that I'm just going to put them together and I'm just gonna stay on this channel. I'm gonna do my makeup and, you know, other things. And if you guys wanna watch my makeup videos, you can watch my makeup videos. And if you don't, then, you know, watch my other videos or whatever you wanna do. I didn't even tell you guys what kind of thing I was doing. For my brow gel, I use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, and it's in Espresso. Even in my makeup videos, I noticed when I started rewatching them, it was kind of just me just trying to be like a beauty guru, you know, trying to be like the other YouTubers, trying to like be a part of the team, you know, be a part of it. I get it. Like, I get what I was trying to do, but at the same time, I just realized that there's a reason for why I didn't film as much, and it's because I didn't want to. I didn't feel comfortable with it anymore. It wasn't like an escape. It was me just trying to put something out there for people to click, get a bunch of views from. Then I realized that's not me. That's not who I am, you know? This person who's like doing everything step by step by step, that is not me. This person who has water, coffee, and is sitting on her bedroom floor with this weird lighting and cat ears on, that's me. That's who I am. That's what I want people to see. I want to give raw footage, not something that I plan out to get attention from. And if I do end up getting some sort of attention from it, or people start noticing me or whatever, that's great, but those aren't my intentions. I realize that now. And I'm ready. You know, I feel like I'm in a good mindset to make proper videos. The videos that I'm gonna be happy with. Because I also, since I wasn't happy with my content, I didn't want to edit it. I didn't want to upload it because I didn't like it. I would always feel so uncomfortable editing my videos because I was like, this isn't me. But I didn't want to be honest with myself, because being honest with yourself is just... Where did I put my concealer? Oh, it's right here. For concealer, I use the Maybelline Master Conceal in 20 Light, and then I use this brush. Can't read who it's by, it's like worn off. I got it off BoxyCharm, if anyone's wondering. Half of my shit is from BoxyCharm. That's all I gotta say. Sponsor me. Me trying to talk about my feelings. So I feel like for this past year, I've kind of just been trying to figure myself out and learn from my experiences and, you know, kind of change for the better. I've definitely done that. I've definitely grown and changed and realized a lot. But because of that, I also needed that time to myself to figure myself out and figure the things that I need to learn and what I need to improve on. Because I feel like we should be constantly doing that. There's always room to improve. There's always room to grow and do better. Even if you grow now, you're still not at your peak. I feel like we can always grow and learn and improve. And that's what I needed to do. I'm really glad that I did that. Not exactly where I need to be, but I feel like nobody really is at the same time. if any of that makes sense. But I also really did miss making videos, and I miss editing them. I miss getting excited about filming. I miss doing all of that. I miss doing my makeup, explaining it and improving, and then watching myself improve on camera. That's another thing that I think really unmotivated me from filming, was I would look back at my footage from my makeup videos and I just like would see all these little things that I could fix and be very nitpicky with. Nitpicky, is that a word? I would just nitpick at my videos and what I could do better, and I think that also kind of dragged me down a little bit. It was kind of just me doing everything to myself, but you know. But yeah, but I'm back. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna constantly film and be consistent with my videos, because I also work and go to school. I try to work out. Oh yeah, I'm into working out now, so I don't know if I'll I started working out again over the summer, and I'm not consistent with that either. I'll go maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I know for like the gym rat, that's, you know, I do like 4 or 5 days. I'm not trying to roast gym rats, because I just wish I was on that level, you know, but I'm not. I got into fitness a little bit over the summer with my younger brother. And then my older brother actually moved in with me. I used to live in Virginia. I don't know if I ever talked about that. See, I never even talked about myself. I lived in Virginia for 6 years, and then I moved here to California. And my brother recently moved here in September, I think. So he's been here for a couple of months now, and that's also been another transition. Obviously, I'm really glad that he's here. Having him here feels more homey, but it's also been a transition that I have to get used to. Then I also realized that life is always gonna be difficult. Like, things aren't always gonna come easy, and if I keep using life as an excuse to not film, then I'm never gonna have a video up. And I miss making videos, and I miss having videos up. I miss watching my videos over and over again, being proud of myself for it. I'm gonna attempt to. I'm definitely gonna try and set aside time to film though, like separate time, other than just, oh, maybe I could film a video in between this. I really want to, you know, okay, here I have a good 3 hours of free time, I'll film during this, and then also take some free time to edit my videos, because that's another thing that I use as an excuse, is like, when do I have time? But I do have time, it's just when I have time I don't want to film, I want to lay down and like do nothing. I also realized that that doesn't make me feel good, so me spilling out my life on camera. I also realized that a lot of the problems that I had in my life, I was kind of just causing myself. I was the one holding myself back. I know, crazy, right? Wow, who would have thought? A lot of times our problems are mostly fueled by ourselves, because, you know, mind over matter. You have to have a lot of self-realization in order to grow, and it's really hard to do that, especially when you're not open to talking about yourself and talking about your feelings. It's harder to learn and grow, because you need to be real with yourself in order to improve, because if you're not real with yourself, then you're just gonna keep saying, you know, everything's fine, and it's obviously not. You have something to improve on. Whew. Breathe, Meli, breathe. I don't even know if I finished like talking about my fitness thing. I'm probably, I don't know, maybe gonna post a video or two about, you know, what I eat now and how I work out and when I work out. I'm not a professional either. I kind of just follow along with whatever my brothers say. My brother used to be a personal trainer. He really helps me out, and he's very patient with me. I don't like personal trainers. I've never been open to the idea of a personal trainer, just because I don't want somebody following me around telling me what to do. That's how I see it. I'm not trying to insult anybody's profession or anything, but I like to work out solo. You know, I don't like people being on me. I feel like I also just don't feel comfortable with somebody being next to me at all times. Maybe later on I'll like it, but I feel like right now I just don't. Having my brother be the one to do that is actually really helpful. It's somebody that I trust, that I'm okay with telling me how to do things. Forgot to tell you, use the Milani eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna go ahead and set it with this neutral color in this palette. Any neutral color works, but it's from Matte Chimney palette. I use this in like all of my videos. Honestly, I am an eyeshadow repeater. I understand that, and I'm okay with it. It's fine. It's who I am. Probably gonna do more videos of, you know, my life and like me talking and being real and just being honest. That's what I want to be proud of. That's what I want to be showing people. For my eyeshadow, probably gonna use the Jaclyn Hill palette. You already know. I honestly have so many other palettes. Look at this. And I still use the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's just Morphe eyeshadows are honestly the best. I've used high-end eyeshadow palettes. I'm not gonna pick on other eyeshadow palettes, but I've used high-end ones. They're not as nice. They're not as pigmented. And I feel like for the price, it's just not worth it. I wouldn't pay that much just for the name. What look am I trying to do? What look am I trying to do? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't cleaned my brushes or my sponge, but it's okay. I'm okay with it, so that's all that matters. So let's start off with a neutral tone. I use this orange no matter what look I'm doing. I love it. It's a great, what's that called? Crease color? Oh, transition shade. Yes, there you go. Good job, Meli. We know words. So I noticed that I wasn't really as confident with myself, and I gained a little weight. I think I gained like 20 pounds because I used to work at Del Taco, and constantly being around food, I think even though I wasn't hungry, I would just constantly want to eat. Also, as I just moved here, I used food as a form of comfort. It just got bad. It was like out of depression and out of not wanting to solve my problems. I just ate a lot. You either eat a lot or you don't eat at all. And I already did the no eat at all at some point, so then I just ate a lot. And I didn't want to be honest with myself. I didn't want to fix it because then that would mean admitting to my problem, and I didn't want to do that. But I realized I've always been confident in myself, so I was confused as to why I wasn't liking taking pictures anymore. At one point I just had to be real, and I just looked at myself and I was like, I am not happy with myself. I never ever want to body shame anybody or make anybody feel bad about themselves or anything like that. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to tell everybody like, fix yourself. If I don't change this, then I'm not gonna be happy. I wanna be happy. I owe myself that. That's when I was like, okay, we gotta lose some weight, Meli. We gotta lose some weight. So yeah, I started working out and I started eating better. And I also noticed that my energy, it was just so much better. I noticed that I'm an all-around happier person now, and I just feel really great after I work out. And then I felt weird even talking about it because that's just another route to who you are and like your problems and whatnot. I always have issues with talking about myself, and I'm really trying. I'm trying to do more of a purpley look, and I just put orange on my eyes. I lied. Another palette that I constantly use is the Element of Surprise Colourpop palette. As you can see, it's like all beat up now, how much I use it. I love this palette. I just love the mauve-y look, you know? Any red eyeshadow look that's like smoked out, or purple eyeshadow look that's like smoked out. This is my favorite. My camera doesn't pick up the colors really well in this lighting, but it's just beautiful. I'm gonna use this pink color right here. Is that pink? Whatever. Shadows called Go With The Flow. They have all the names on the back, so that's cool. I didn't notice that before, but I'm pretending like I did. And I'm also using a Colourpop brush. I can't freaking talk. Sponsor me. I'm gonna try and make this a little bit more mauve-y, so I'm just gonna put it on top of the other color. Another thing I wanted to talk about, friendships. Let's get serious, let's get deep, like we haven't been serious this whole time. I'm just really unorganized. I'm very scatterbrained, so I think my thoughts are way too fast for me. I'll talk and then halfway through I'll forget what I'm talking about because I'm already thinking about something else. It's crazy, but that's just how I am. But anyways, so friends, see, I'm already doing that swirl. Lately I've noticed, not lately, but you know, for the past couple of months, I've been noticing how much I'm there for all of my friends and how much I go out of my way for people. And it's just who I am. I can't help that, and I don't want to change that part of myself just because other people don't reciprocate it. It was really hard on me for a while to realize that not everybody has the same heart as you. Not everybody is gonna love the way that you do. And if you're gonna do things out of good heart, then you can't do it to like expect anything back because nobody owes you anything. It's like a gift. Like if you give something to somebody just because you want to give it to them, and then one day you're like, well, I'm mad at you now, so I'm gonna take it back. You can't, you know, it's just not right, you know, it's not morally right. But then I also realized that I don't want certain people in my life that are gonna treat me a certain way or make me feel a certain way when I'm around them, or that I feel don't give me the same kind of love that I give them. And that doesn't mean like every little thing that I do I expect to get something back, but I feel like it's pretty obvious when you can tell that people care about you and when people love you and really know you and are there for you. You know, just because somebody doesn't answer your call once or twice or they're busy, it doesn't mean that they're not your friend and that they don't love you, because some of the people that I barely talk to are some of my best friends. I understand that they have a life. I understand that they're hustling it out just like I am. We're not gonna always have time to talk to each other and to see each other. And that's okay because it's a part of life, and you know, it's also something that I had to realize that there's a certain kind of standard that I want to start holding for my friends and for family. You know, any kind of relationship that I have with people, I want to hold them to a certain standard because I know the kind of heart that I have, and I know what I have to offer people, and I know what I do for people, and I just want that in return. You know, it's really not much to ask for somebody to be good to you, you know. If somebody is making you feel that way, then you don't need to have them in your life. They don't want the best for you. That's just how I feel about it. That doesn't mean that you have to end things and relationships instantly in a harsh way. You know, maybe people grow apart or people change or we just don't have the same views, and that's okay too. Not everything has to be negative, because I feel like a lot of the times people correlate not talking to people with something negative. Like, what do they do? It's like a boyfriend. A boyfriend doesn't have to cheat on you for you to not want to be with them anymore. It's deeper than that. It's the same with friendship. Dad, I'm making a video! I forgot to say what I was using again. So I'm using the Scone brush. It's a blending brush. I think I got this in BoxyCharm too. Either that or Ipsy. And then I'm gonna use this like maroon color at the bottom of this palette. I lied and said I was using the Jack & Hill palette, and then here I am pulling out the Colourpop. This is the shade Peace of Mind. So I'm just gonna put that underneath the other color, and I'm not going for any precise look. I kind of just want just like mauve shades on my eye, if that makes sense. Something that I noticed with friendships, and I've learned a lot, and I've made some of the best friendships this year and kept some of the best friendships this year. I love all the people that I have in my life. Very confident with my group of people. It took kind of like self-discover. It also sucks when you have somebody that you've known for so long and you just care about them so much and you want the best for them, and all you need is for them to act right, but You can't force anybody to care or to do nice things for you. And if you do, then it's not even worth it, because the whole point of them doing those things is they're just doing it just to do it. They're not doing it because you're like, hey, it would be nice if you did this for me. You know what I mean? I noticed that school is a scam. Sorry, school. I'm glad that I'm going to school. I'm glad that I'm like doing something for my future. But I just feel like there's so many unnecessary fees for everything nowadays. And it's like everything everybody does is to get money. Every company now is just so greedy, and I don't get it. It's whoever's on top, like companies buying other companies. Like the corporate world just doesn't end, and I don't freaking get it. I mean, I get it, you know, like money's nice, but it's not everything. You know how people say like money can't buy happiness? That's not true. Money can fix a lot of people's problems, and I totally understand that, but I'm talking the big corporate world that's just money hungry constantly. I went off like 5 different topics. I feel like it used to be so much easier to go to school back in the day. Now you're just in debt for the rest of your life. It's not even worth it. Like the job that you're probably studying for isn't gonna pay as much as your student debt. It's crazy to think that we hold school as a necessity. Like you need to go to school, and that's just step 1. And you also have to even get a job interview after you graduate, after spending all this money. But that's a different topic. Hold ourselves up to the standard that we have to go to school in order to be successful. We don't ever give kids any other choices. We don't say it's okay to be an artist. It's okay to be something different and not have to go to school, study, and not everybody has to go to school. But that's the idea that we give everybody, and we have all this pressure on school, but school it's a luxury. It's so expensive for the families that can barely afford to put food on the table, pay their bills. That's crazy to think that they have to go through all of that just so that they can be successful in the future. I just think we should do something about it. I feel like things need to change, because there's no way that school is gonna be this expensive forever. I'm using the purple shade right on top right here. It's called Late Night. Taking it on this like flat brush. I noticed that about school, and it's honestly so unmotivating, because I feel like I'm majoring in psychology. So for my major, if you really want to make it far with your major and you want to live comfortably, I'm gonna have to do at least 6 to 7 years of school. At least. To have school be so hard to just register. If you don't register on your registration date, you're fucked. All the classes are gonna get filled. You're gonna have to wait. Not only that, but I feel like a lot of professors, they're not passionate anymore. It's rare to see. My camera ran out of footage and I had to go delete old clips that I didn't need anymore. What was I talking about? It's really rare to see a passionate professor nowadays. I feel like, and I get it at the same time, because I feel like teachers aren't paid enough because their job isn't looked at as important, even though they should be getting paid more. They are basically raising your kids. They're teaching your kids everything for the future. We don't treat it as something that's important. We don't see it as a necessity. Well, we don't pay them as a necessity. I've seen a lot of teachers have second jobs. It's just so sad, because those are some of the most influential people that you have in your life. And everything that you learn, you mostly take in all of your information from when you're a kid. If teachers aren't getting paid enough and they're not being viewed as important, they're not really gonna care how they do. And I mean, not every professor or teacher is like that, because I've had some amazing professors you don't really care about the money and are okay with struggling because that's their passion. They know what they're getting themselves into when they study that profession. But it's just so sad we have to unmotivate teachers because they're not getting paid enough, like because their job isn't viewed as important. And we say that we care. We say that we want to do something different for teachers, but like we don't ever actually do anything about it. They're still not getting paid enough. They're still not getting treated with the kind of like respect that they deserve. That's probably why they are a certain way. I'm gonna use this dark purple shade right here with this kind of like a smaller blending brush. So that was just really unmotivating for school, because I feel like it's always been really hard for me. I've always kind of struggled trying to figure all of this, the stuff that we have to do. I know that all of those things like might sound very basic and easy for other people, but my parents went to college in Bolivia, in a different country. So this is foreign to them too. I have to do it on my own, or I have to find a friend or somebody who's willing to help me. A lot of the times it's scary asking for help with stuff like that, because you feel like it's kind of supposed to be common sense and you don't want to look like an idiot. You don't want to put yourself out there in that way. I kind of just stayed to myself and just kind of figured it out on my own. Because of that, I didn't want to do it. You know, I didn't want to sign up for my classes. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do anything because I was like, it's so hard. It's just, I would get so frustrated. Like even just going to my assessment testing, I couldn't find the building and I drove around for like an hour trying to look for the building because I'm really bad with directions. I'm a mess all the time. And so I just like went in my car, I parked, and I cried. And I cried, and then I came home and I was like, Dad, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the building. So he went with me and he parked and showed me exactly where the room was. And found it for me. So shout out to my dad. Love you. He's in the kitchen, but love you, Dad. That's a little rant about the world. I don't want to just bash on the world, but that's exactly what I'm doing. That's kind of been like my self-realization lately, is me realizing that the world is gonna go on and greedy corporations are gonna go on regardless of how I handle my stress with how the world, regardless of how I handle my problems, the world is still gonna spit some more at me. That's never gonna end. Giving up is not the solution. That doesn't mean that you can't have your days to mourn and take some time to yourself. Sometimes that's really needed. Sometimes it's really helpful to just take a day and do nothing. Take a day and explore and find yourself and whatnot. Just as long as you don't make it a habit to do that constantly. It's okay to let yourself imagination be free, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking some coffee. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to have your day. It's okay to let yourself do nothing one day. It's okay to have your off day, but just as long as you don't let it drag you down. Like I said, become a habit, become like an everyday thing. I feel like that's what I was doing. I kept saying that, you know, all the things that I was doing were like self-care things. It was because I was trying to avoid my problems. I just didn't want to own up to that, because who wants to own up to that? You know, really? Why not continue to avoid your problems?
Kids, don't try this at home.
If you can't, you know? But I feel like if you do that, if you just continue to push your problems to the side and hold everything in, it's only gonna get worse with time. You're gonna have to face your fears eventually. You're gonna have to do the thing that you don't want to do eventually. All you're doing is delaying the time, which in result delays your growth. That's why it took me so long to realize a lot of the things that I was doing wrong was because I kept joking and putting it to the side. That's another thing I do. I use humor as a way to get out of my problems, so I just would always joke around about everything. I started realizing that my jokes were very, very aggressive, and then I was like, why am I like this? Like, I get self-deprecating humor. Oh, I get that. I was just too deep into it, and that's when I realized I'm using humor as a disguise. I'm using it as a defense mechanism. Ask me a personal question, I'm gonna make a joke. And I still do that now. I'm also more comfortable with myself now with my problems, and I will openly talk about the things that I need to fix, because now I actually want to fix them and I don't want to just push them to the side. I want to do something about them. I keep forgetting to say what I'm doing. I'm basically just deepening up, smoking out the color. I'm kind of just using the same brush to just kind of blend it all together. Like I said, I don't want it to look perfect, but I noticed that it was more on the pink side, so I'm trying to get it to be a little bit more purpley, a little bit more mauvey. So I'm just like blending it upwards, if that makes sense. Like the camera doesn't really do it justice. After I'm done, I'm gonna go into a different room and show you guys different lighting. It's just this lighting is off and I just can't change it. I'm setting goals for myself. I'm learning to organize my things. Like I said, I'm very scatterbrained. So because of that, I forget a lot of the things that I need to do. And I used to make plans with multiple people on the same day. I still do that sometimes, but I used to do that all the time, and then I used to have to flake on people. I still flake all the time. My friends call me the flaker. Just because last minute I just want to stay home, I just want to do nothing. And I think it's because I got used to spending time by myself and I really enjoyed it. Sometimes you just need that. I used to constantly be around people, and I used to constantly feel like I needed to be around people. I never wanted to be alone, and I think that's because I didn't want to face my problems. But now I love being alone. Now I'm like, are we really gonna go out? Now I would rather stay home or go out with one friend and do something like discreet, because it's just more chill, it's just easier. Before I hated that. I always wanted to go out. I always wanted to be doing something. I always wanted to be in a group of people. Now I'm like more laid back. I also love my going out nights. Another thing that I've always wanted to do on my channel is have a message for my videos, and I have a lot of ideas. Like right now I've just been talking for a good 30 minutes and I've talked about so many different things that I care about in the world. So I really want to do videos where I do a cool video. It's interesting to look at, but I also have a message behind it. I think the reason why I haven't done that is because I don't have time, and that one I actually don't have time for, just because videos like that take a really long time to make, because I don't like posting things that I'm not proud of. I'm very picky with my content. You know, that's kind of why I don't post frequently. It's because I always like nitpick, and then I just don't want to post it anymore. Do want to do stuff like that in the future, maybe like over the summer, or like right now during winter break I might post a video like that, because I actually have the time to film. Another thing I want to do on my channel, I want to do some advice videos, lesson videos, like things that I've learned, because I'm that friend that everybody goes to with their problems. I'm that friend that everybody talks to. You know, sometimes I feel bad that I can't constantly be there for people, but I also need to be there for myself, because I avoided being there for myself by being there for other people. So I feel like videos like that would really help people. That's always my goal, is to make people happy, or to help people, or to do something to benefit others. And I feel like my advice videos would really help because if people are coming up to me for advice, it's obviously for a reason. I'm not trying to show, I'm just being real with what I want to do. That is my major, is psychology, so I feel like if somebody could benefit off of that, then why not make a video about it? It's not like it's not something that I don't like doing too. If you have any deeper suggestions, let me know. Big boo.
You almost done or what?
What does it look like?
What is that?
What is this, foundation?
What? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anything.
Well, if you keep interrupting me. That was my brother. I might end this video halfway through just because I do have to finish up. Okay guys, so this is the final result. This is the look. If you guys want me to make an actual like descriptive, you know, helpful like tutorial video on it, then I'll totally do that, but just let me know. I just wanted to show you guys the end result and some natural lighting. And this is recorded on my iPhone, so quality won't be as good as my camera. My brother's making fun of me. Okay, so I am ending this video before I end up finishing the look because I feel like this video is mostly just to kind of put myself out there again and to talk through it a little bit, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be trying to film more videos consistently. As you can see, I filmed this video back in like December and it's April now. It's the end of April, so I want to try to get these videos done quicker, and I think I was procrastinating it because I didn't want to edit it because it was so long and I didn't know what parts to keep and what parts not to keep, and that's why I cut it off so early. The whole purpose of the video wasn't really to show my makeup, it was more to talk through me doing my makeup. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of video, and let me know if you want to see more like this. I will probably continue to film more videos like this. I will just learn how to multitask instead of like stopping, talking, and then doing my makeup because it takes a little longer to do that. And yeah, I feel like my makeup skills have also improved in the past months. I know you can't see because I'm barefaced right now, but I hope to show that in my new videos. So you know what to do, you know, like this video, comment what you want to see next, what your thoughts are, you know, what you agree with me, what you disagree on, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, guys.